full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Out of the air to start us off. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And Stroud gets him the first with a slide down at the end of it.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slider practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
They're on the draw with Mixon. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 43.
All right. 18.
Off the play action, here's Stroud. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
All right. 18.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Looking underneath here to Mixon. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Unable to find Jalen Noel with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to forces a now tougher third down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroyed that play, they destroyed drives. Well done, defense.
Jags expecting pass, going dime on this third down.
Tony. 19 Texas.
Third and long for him here. It's his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Yes, it's 3, not 6, but to come away with anything on the first drive in the postseason on the road, it's a great start and a tough thing to do.
Grant with this return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion! Go. Here we go.
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
It only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's go. 11.
Tootin on 1st and 10. And he's only able to get back to the line, and it's going to be 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
At the 40-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Rip, 23. Hey, son, there's 30 left. 13, Luke. Hey, I'm gun. Go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
The goal of running that drag route is to get a chunk in for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, Soko.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
All set to go now from the 35.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, Ginger, tight. Here we go.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Buying some time right. He's keeping it. Lawrence goes into a slide before that hit can run with enough for a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
11, Agate. Silver.
Running from the pistol, it's Tootin. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Check. Here we go, sir.
Second down, gear to Tootin. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. Give him 13 on that play. And that will set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6.
Son, this is hot.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10. And they're on 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Stroud off of play action. This one's to Andrews outright. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
18. That's it. Hey, one more.
On 3rd and short, Mixon. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Forced that to his right. Lawrence goes into a slide before that hit can arrive with enough for a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set to go now from the 35.
Hey, Lion. This is hot. Silver.
Hand off to Tootin. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, kill.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Hey. Center.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Texans will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down. First and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
It's Mixon on second down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
18.
Keeping it with Mixon. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
They pass on that long field goal. Would have been 55 yards. They're going for this. Stroud's going to throw for it. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on fourth down, Brock. They're moving the chains. They'll come up on first and 10.
Oh, 18. Why, Tony?
On play action, here's Stroud. Roman Wilson wheels it in. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal.
All right. 18.
Back to throw, Stroud. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans get some late points and the lead. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains, the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. He just put on a show.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 3. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Bryant with this return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, go! Son, it's on. Here we go. 11. Here we go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Caught out left. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
30 left.
Tootin gets it from the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Here's a screen for Tootin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
23. Hey, 11.
Lawrence to throw it. Complete out to the right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Red on red. Focus. Hot.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Short pass brought in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down from the 42.
42-yard line.
Hey. Go. Let's go. Hey, son. 30 left.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Easy. Hey, run. Hey, tomato. Done. 11.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Finds a man right side. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Hey, take right open. Son, here we go, son.
Inside give here for Tootin. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
1st and 10 at the 14.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Go, go. Inside.
Lawrence working from the gun. He brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead just before halftime. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. From the gun, Stroud. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. That is Caleb Ransom. And the Jaguars will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to...
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Denver. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. He is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. So 20 yards on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It's hot.
On the give, it's Stooten. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Kim. Hey, Foco. Think right open.
Now it's Lawrence. Taking a shot deep here. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Lucky to still have this football, Brock. Now let's see if they can come through on 3rd down.
Hey, Ginger, tight.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from the 43.
Hey, go! Go! 13.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Taking a deep shot here. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down.
All right, let's go. Hey, Soko, hot. Hey, kill! Silver.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's looking deep once again. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Stigley Jr. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
18.
First and 10, around to Mixon. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
From his end zone, it's Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. And they give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down.
Here we go. Swap. Love a swap.
A give to Mixon up the middle. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking for a pass on second and short. Fits it through the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
All right.
Running left is Mixon. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Down by Caleb Ransall.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
All right.
On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Throw here, 3rd down. This one's out to Noah, left side. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. Back to throw it. Into the hands of Dell. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Connects downfield, on target to Dell. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And good forward, about 5 yards, it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Shotgun now for Stroud. This has been a trend, yet another interception. That is Caleb Ransom. And the Jaguars get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that hit.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Jaguars have the ball and the lead. Only 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Soko, hide.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed to his running back. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get him on a handoff, pin-off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch. He can do his damage big time.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Houston.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him out in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Jackson. And that'll bring up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's looking for Mark Andrews. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. They knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock, failing to connect. That brings us to 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Cade York now on for the field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His neck there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route. Easy. Hey, Soko, touch. Silver.
Now it's 2. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Done. Hey, kill.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over their 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go.
First down, Stroud. Connects on the crosser. Has room into the secondary. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tank Dell the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And they draw just the right throw, and it ties this game for them. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
Good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Bryant with this return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Soko, hot. 13, Lou. Go, let's go. 13, Lou.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Completed over the middle. They'll stop him here before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Please at 24. Ease. Soko, hot. Here we go.
On the ground, Tutu. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, go. Hey, danger. Zach.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he's tackled for a short gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Watch do it. He's a vibe outside, all from the music. Hey, turn the TV off. Ain't with my type activities, and don't you get involved. Hey, what shit I seen? Send them off. Take a whistle, take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and them teams.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, run. Hey, danger, touch.
Run here with Tutu. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down from the 42.
Hey, Lion. Think right. Hey, kill. Silver.
They'll go again here with Tutu. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
That's got to be so frustrating for the running. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Hey. Run. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Here's a screen for Tutu. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
On red. Son. 30 left.
Looking to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. He brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 4th-quarter lead. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing, and as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. A great play.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set, 1st and 10. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races! And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Stroud. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, let's go. Swap, level swap. 11.
Setting up to pass. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Rip, 23. Done. It's hot.
Here with 2. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
11. 11. Hot.
Here he is to throw. That's on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, Soko, it's hot.
He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Ginger, touch.
Here he is to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Red on red. Hey, kill. Hey, Soko, son.
Back to throw. Hits his running back. Running in the red zone. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
This one is up and good. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Texans.
To the air, Stroud. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud now. First and goal as he gets this down to the 4. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one.
First down. And goal at the 4-yard line.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal.
18. What's up?
Stroud completes it quick. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
All right, forget the tie, Brock. They're going for 2, the win, and to decide which of these teams is going to advance in the playoffs. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. So this kick now to force overtime. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. tying this game up. They're all set to send her away. Bryant with this return. He dodged the tackle. And that return comes to a close, which means buckle up, everybody. We've got some extra football on the way. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, no longer an oddity compared to our first 18 weeks. It's all going to work the same now. Both teams guaranteed a shot with the football regardless of who wins the opening toss. And if we're tied after those two drives, it is next score wins. And postseason overtime no longer different from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things. The other side's going to get a chance to retort. And if the game remains tied beyond that, then it is sudden death. It's been the type of game that makes the playoffs so great to watch. A spot in the AFC title game on the line as we're underway in overtime. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Field flipping it for there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Kate, what an incredible game we've been witness to here, and yet this game still never ceases to surprise. It wouldn't have ended the game had he taken it all the way back. Points on the short field here will sure put them on the doorstep of a victory.
So first down from the 41.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Hey, son. 11.
It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. Down the sideline, inside the 30. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars take the lead on the first play of the drive. This to take a 7-point lead here in overtime. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. But now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. The whole season comes down to how they answer on this drive. All right, here we go. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Over. Swap. Another swap.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. Well, a lot of effort there, partners, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They need a touchdown first, and then it'll come down to a decision that may extend their season. First, though, 2nd down. Here's Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
High drama at the season's highest point. Need to get that marker on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Into the hands of Dell. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun now for Stroud. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Strand again. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Again, Stroud. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. A couple of deserving teams laying it all out there. And they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. The Big Your Me Click. What's up, Bodie? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now.